I will start with sharing my screen. Okay, I hope it works. Yes, perfect. So once again, hello everyone. Thank you very much for the introduction and to let us know what is this about and what this covers, Elena. And here in this part, I will be tackling the practical insights for public buyers on how to effectively manage interactions with innovative suppliers. And then a session that contains examples of successful cases will follow. I would like to start with agenda. After this introduction part, we will have a look at the understanding of innovation procurement, the different modalities, and then following this, we will see the prototype testing, and then the assistances, the programs, initiatives that is offered by EIC, which is EFF assistance first, and the second will be SPIN for EIC assistance, and then examples of successful cases. So first, let's start with having a look at the triggers for a public need for innovation. So when does a public organization need innovation? How is it triggered? Innovation does not happen randomly. It starts when a need or challenge appears that existing solutions cannot address yet. There are several triggers for public innovation needs. First, an unmet need. This happens when no suitable solution exists in the market to solve a specific issue. And it could be a problem that negatively impacts public services. And this could be a technical failure, budget constraints, or changes in user behavior that reduce the efficiency of services. Or a desire to improve public services. Sometimes cities want to introduce better features or increase efficiency to meet new demands in the mid to long term. And or policy objectives targeting long-term societal challenges can also be a trigger. For example, the EU's goals on sustainability, energy efficiency, and security push cities to adopt new solutions. And finally, legislative and regulatory requirements. New laws often require higher service quality, better efficiency, or stricter environmental standards. So public buyers must identify these triggers early to drive innovation where it's most needed. And here you see the main strategic use of public procurement. Public procurement can serve broader strategic goals rather than just buying solutions, products, services. There are three key ways public procurement can create impact. First, innovation procurement. This helps spur innovation by encouraging suppliers to develop new and advanced solutions that do not yet exist. And second, you see green and circular procurement. This focuses on environmental benefits by promoting sustainable products, energy efficient solutions, and circular economy models. And third, you see social procurement. This ensures that public spending creates social value, for example, by supporting local businesses or fair working conditions or social inclusion projects. And by using these procurement strategically, public authorities can drive innovation, protect the environment, and create positive social change. But what exactly is innovation procurement? I'm pretty sure you have already heard this concept or somehow you have interacted, read somewhere and encountered this. But let's have a look at this popular figure. Innovation procurement happens when public buyers acquire the development or deployment of new and pioneering solutions. And they do this to address specific public needs that existing solutions cannot meet yet. And it is a step-by-step process. There are different modalities for innovation procurement. Here you see the figure that represents the overview of two main phases, PCP and PPI. First, it starts with pre-commercial procurements, PCP. This phase focuses on research and development. And you see it starts with phase 0. Before doing anything, public buyers need to understand the problem they want to solve. They look at what already exist and see if there are gaps where innovation is needed. And this is where we understand the maturity of the technology and to see if there is a room for innovation. And let's say there is. Let's say we are a public buyer, municipality, a ministry, and we are looking for a solution, but it is not yet available in the market or in the quantity that we need. Then we follow the next phases. Phase 1, solution design. This is where different suppliers propose ideas and concepts for solving the problem. And the best ones are selected to move forward. And next, you see phase 2, prototype development. And suppliers here create and test small-scale versions of their solutions. And after that, we move to original development and testing, which is phase 3, to see if the solution is technically feasible. The best prototypes here are improved and tested in real-world situations, and this ensures that they are effective and reliable. Once a solution is proven, we move to public procurement of innovative solutions, which is PPI, and this is where the final product is fully deployed, and cities or municipalities, public buyers can start purchasing it for large-scale use. So I would like to elaborate on prototype testing, as it is the one of the fundamental assistance offered by InnoMatch. Prototype testing plays a key role in bridging innovation with real-world applications. It is a structured process before a solution is widely deployed. You see the same figure that represents the overview of innovation procurement. And here you see the prototype testing starts at phase 3. So I would like to mention that we have flexibility in PCP. It doesn't have to be 3 or 4 phases. There are projects that consist of 2 phases only, including prototype testing. We define the roadmap, how many phases we need, and categorize them, and find a strategy on case-by-case basis, depending on the need. And the development of an innovative solution typically follows 4 key phases. Let's look at phase 3, phase 2 first. Here, selected suppliers now develop working prototypes based on their designs, and these prototypes are not yet commercially available. They are still in experimental stages, and suppliers refine their innovations based on technical feedback. And phase 3, you see prototype testing. This is a critical step. This is the core phase of validation. But as I said, it doesn't have to be phase number 3. This is the prototype testing phase. Prototypes are tested under real-world conditions here. Only a limited volume of first test products or service is produced. And testing is conducted at TRL 7 and TRL 8. But what are they? Here you see TRL 7 means the system, the product, the idea is demonstrated in an operational environment. And TRL 8, the system is fully developed and qualified for real use. And once prototype testing is successful, solutions can move to the next phase. It is a full deployment phase, which is PPI phase, actually. This is where public procurement of innovation starts. And public buyers purchase and scale the tested solution into wider adoption. The innovative solution now becomes a fully commercialized product. And why is prototype testing essential? Because it allows buyers to test and validate solutions before committing to large-scale investments. It helps suppliers to refine their products based on real-world feedback, and it reduces risk in procurement by ensuring that the selected solutions truly meet the needs of public buyers. And it prevents premature commercialization of untested solutions, ensuring that only proven innovations reach the market. Now, I would like to introduce you the legal framework of prototype testing. Public procurement in the EU is highly regulated. Buyers must follow strict rules when acquiring new solutions, especially those that are not yet available on the market. And prototype testing is covered under public procurement directives. Here you see Article 32, Article 50, and Recital 50. And these regulations allow a negotiated procedure without prior publication under specific conditions. And what does this mean for prototype testing? This means that public buyers can negotiate contracts for prototypes without a full competitive tender. However, this is only allowed if the products are manufactured purely for research, experimentation, study, or development purposes. And the contract does not include large-scale production for commercial use. And the buyer cannot use this procedure to recover research and development costs or to confirm commercial viability. This legal flexibility is important because innovation procurement is different from standard purchasing. Instead of buying off-the-shelf solutions, off-the-shelf products, buyers need to test and refine innovation before making them widely available. But these regulations also create clear boundaries. They ensure that prototype testing remains a research-driven activity that does not distort the competitive market. And one important note, the EU principle always apply. The principles are transparency, equal treatment, non-discrimination, proportionality. And with that being said, here you see some considerations from a legal perspective regarding prototype testing. First, the negotiated procedure for prototype testing. This allows, we said, that direct negotiations with selected suppliers. But it has to be only for research, experimentation, and development purposes. And it cannot be used for large-scale commercial production. This means that prototype testing remains a controlled, small-scale process. And here you see level playing field considerations. So prototype testing must not unfairly favor any single technology provider. All suppliers should have equal opportunity to participate if suppliers offer free or cost-free testing, and it should be managed carefully. Otherwise, it could distort market competition and create unfair advantages. And regarding this, we have rules in a case law example. Here you see the preparatory activities and legal boundaries. It is important to distinguish between market consultations and formal procurement. Market consultations are exploratory. They do not create legal obligations. However, once formal prototype testing begins, procurement rules apply. And one important legal case is Stadthalle case. Here you see, and you see the link. You can also visit the link and see the full case, but I will briefly explain it. What happened in this case? The city of Halle, a local authority in Germany, awarded a contract directly to a company called RPL, which was partially owned by the city itself. And another private company called Treya, which was also in the waste management sector, challenged the decision. Treya said that the city should have followed competitive public procurement rules instead of awarding the contract directly. And what was the case about? The case focused on whether public authorities can award contracts to companies they partly own without a competitive tender process. And what did the court decide? The court ruled in favor of fair competition and decided that public procurement rules apply to all contracts, even if a public authority owns part of the company it is awarding the contract to. Second, no direct contract awards. Public buyers must follow open and transparent tendering procedures. And three, avoiding unfair advantages. Private sector companies must have an equal opportunity to compete. And let's say this case is not particularly about prototype testing, it's the procurement itself. But how is this case related to prototype testing? Prototype testing often involves negotiated procedure that allow direct agreements between buyers and suppliers. However, this case highlights the risk of unfair competition if prototype testing favors certain suppliers over others. And it reinforces the importance of following legal safeguards to ensure transparency, fairness, and open market access. So I'm checking time. I will try to speed up a little bit. And you see here EFF methodology. This is a structured approach for innovation procurement. This methodology is divided into three main phases. Here you see the pre-tender phase, which is we call also preparatory phase. Here the needs and solutions are explored, and then tender phase, the procurement process is conducted, and the post-tender phase where contract execution and evaluation happen. So why this is important and how prototype testing relates to this methodology. Here you see in the preparatory phase, you see procurement strategy and tender documents. This is where we define the technical and legal requirements, where we are choosing the right procurement approach, whether it is going to be a PCP or PPI or another method, and why. And it helps buyers avoid predetermined solutions and instead encouraging competition and supplier engagement. And this is also where prototype testing first comes into the discussion. Buyers identify whether a new untested technology needs to go through pre-commercial procurement for further development and testing. And then you see the tender phase. After the groundwork is done, buyers move to launching the tender, evaluating proposals, awarding contracts, and then post-tender phase, this is about implementation and evaluation. Now, I would like to quickly give you an overview of strategic innovation procurement. And it focuses on steering and accelerating innovation while ensuring better value for money. This is the main aim, the better value for money. And public procurement is not just about purchasing goods and services. It is also a powerful tool for achieving societal goals. And such as here you see some of the goals, supporting green and digital transitions, ensuring high quality public services, strengthening EU industries and fostering economic growth, and addressing unmet public sector needs and supporting startups and SMEs, creating new market opportunities. And now that we have explored innovation procurement, the prototype testing approach, the EFF step-by-step methodology, but why and how should public buyers engage with innovators and the strategies? The public buyers face complex and unmet needs that require novel solutions. Traditional procurement methods often fall short because they lack flexibility in supporting customized innovations. This is where innovation procurement plays a crucial role. It allows buyers to stimulate supplier creativity in co-developed, tailored solutions. To engage with innovators effectively, public buyers must follow a structured approach, clearly define the innovation challenge, conduct through market consultations, leverage methodologies like EFF structured roadmap to ensure a transparent and strategic engagement. And to support this, the European Innovation Council has launched initiatives such as SPIN for EIC, which helps integrate strategic innovation procurement, or EFF, which provides practical guidance on legal and technical aspects of procurement.